Prosecutors just leaked that Melly was the one who took out Sakchaser and Juvy. They revealed updated evidence showing Melly unknowingly filmed himself admitting to the murders. Just 5 hours after the killings, Melly was caught on camera dancing in a parking lot with Bortland.
Melly still turned regardless of what happened this early morning. He's still out here being very positive. Turned still. Hey! No, still turned. Regardless of what happened, you already know.
They showed no sadness over the deaths of Sakchaser and Juvy, but without his knowledge. Melly was filmed again, this time 30 minutes before the murders. He's seen leaving the studio, getting into the back left seat of the Jeep to get ready, then waiting for Sakchaser, Juvy, and Bortland to join him.
Excuse me, you're able to see? Yes? All right.
The official court documents state, the direction of the bullets, traveling from left to right in the car, supports the claim that the shots originated from the back left seat where Melly was positioned. Even Juvy's mother confirmed that Melly was sitting there.
Can you state your name before we go into the hearing? And are you related to one of the
Yes, I am.
house?
Mother.
And who is that?
Christopher, son.
Ms. Phillips, did you see who entered into the occupants who entered into that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Do you recognize where your son entered that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Which seat? If you can identify specifically.
He got in the back seat on the right hand side.
Did you recognize the individual that got into the back seat on the left side, the rear driver's side?
Yes.
And who was that individual?
Janelle.
Prosecutors felt it was crucial to release this evidence as Melly approaches possible release. Media outlets reported that Melly's legal team has requested to postpone his trial until 2026, citing serious concerns over his mental and physical health. He's endured conditions worse than death row for over 7 years without a conviction. Attorney Bradford Cohen commented, "When I handled this case 7 years ago, I said it needed to go to trial within 6 months. The state wasn't ready. The investigation was a mess. Witnesses were inconsistent, and speed was key to winning. But Melly couldn't get it done quickly, which is why he's been waiting over 2,000 days for a bond."
No, let me repeat myself. Mr. Devins has to make an informed decision about who he wants as lawyers. He's now been sitting in our jail for 2,159 days. So, how long would you like to be able to make that decision?
I can't determine when the investigation will be over. That's the our sheriff's office, but I can, as I said, I'm asking for, and then I'm asking for at least a day or two. And
You will decide by tomorrow. I've also reserved all of tomorrow.
The judge was shocked to learn that Melly had been locked up for over 2,100 days without a conviction, even stating, "Give your reasons for keeping Melly locked up or I'm granting bond." Shortly after, Melly's mother gave an update on his possible release.
We just still praying. I know I said I would give, I'll keep everybody updated with what's happening. I know right now we're waiting. So basically the judge is going to do, I guess, a written order. So we're just waiting, and that order can come any minute, or it could come tomorrow. I don't know. So we're just waiting. We're just waiting. So everybody just keep praying, keep having faith. Tessa, I've been crying too. It's been a long time coming, you know.
As his legal team submitted a new bond package, you decide if it justifies his freedom. The proposal stated that Melly's attorneys offered an unspecified bond funded by his record label, 300 Entertainment. If granted, Melly would be placed on house arrest, fitted with an ankle monitor and watched by 24/7 security. The proposal looked so strong that one rapper said, "That boy Melly is coming home. I feel it." His mother also claimed they have solid proof he's being treated terribly in jail, which is illegal.
You saw Melly's statement just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life. As a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We've tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
They then pointed to old trial evidence, arguing that the prosecutors claim Melly committed the crime inside the Jeep is false, because GPS data shows Melly running down the street and hiding in a bush.
That would be part of him saying that someone just shut the car up and was trying to shoot him. So I asked him if he was okay, where he was, and he's like, there's a car company behind him, he was hiding. He was like, there's some, there's some, I think they're still out here or something. So I'm like, are you okay? He's like, I'm okay. I said, well, where are Sak and Juvy? And he said, I don't know if they're in the car. I think they're...
They followed this by reinforcing the theory of a real drive-by shooting. In the original trial, it was confirmed that no firearm was ever recovered, supporting the idea that the weapon belonged to the vehicle involved in the supposed drive-by.
So the first thing is I didn't have, so I can't know which I'm going to use in order to replicate any of my tests. So I can't make tests for this duration because I don't know what those.
Okay.
As Melly's chances of release improved, prosecutors appeared to set a backup plan. The situation grew so suspicious that many began to believe the Florida legal system is corrupt. Allegedly, deals were made with Portland and Melly's ex-girlfriend to turn against him.
Mariah Hamilton is spending her first day at the Broward County Jail. She has no arrest record until now. U.S. Border Patrol agents arrested her at Miami International Airport Monday after she arrived on an international flight. Court records show Hamilton was ordered to testify in Demon's first trial in 2023.
Mariah struck a deal with the judge. If she testified in Melly's upcoming trial, she'd be released. That's exactly what happened. As she later posted on Facebook, "Thank you to my village. I love y'all so much. God's plan, not mine." Investigators uncovered disturbing content from her iCloud, suggesting Melly tried to stop her from testifying, which counts as witness tampering, a charge that alone could land him in prison for life, even if he didn't take out Sakchaser and Juvy.
State filing 6 new charges against Demons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction.
The tampering charge is separate from the murder case because Melly allegedly used jail phones to influence witnesses, which led the jail to revoke his phone privileges. His mom, Jamie King, even gave an interview calling out the jail for not allowing him to make calls or access his mail.
My son has not been convicted of anything, and even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him.
But if it's true that Melly used the phones for witness tampering, then prosecutors likely have those recordings. That's why he's been cut off from all communication. They're probably saving that evidence for trial, since they wouldn't take such drastic action based on suspicion alone. What could truly ruin Melly, though, is what Portland might do. What many don't know is that Melly's lawyer already tried to shift the blame onto Portland during the first trial.
Those were his words. Cortland Henry shows up at Memorial Hospital, Miramar. You don't see him sitting there, or where you will see him sitting is in the driver's seat of a car, 2 bodies, car, riddled with bullets. When he shows up with a change of clothing, change of shirt,
powder residue on his hand, evidencing that he had discharged the firearm. And he lies. He lies about where the incident occurred. He lies about how it occurred. And he lies about not having the phone. I think it was Miss Bradley herself who said, everybody has a phone in the pocket, not Cortland Henry.
Melly's attorney argued that Bortland misled investigators from the start. He was the one with firearm residue on his hands and was present when Sakchaser and Juvy passed. A forensic expert later backed this up, confirming the residue evidence found on Bortland.
So the right hand of Cortland Henry contained 0 particles characteristic of pot residue and two component particles. And the left hand contained 1 particle characteristic of pot residue and 1 two-component particle.
And can you explain to us what that means?
Basically, overall, there was pot residue present on the hands.
Bortland wasn't happy about being thrown under the bus. That's likely why, on the same day Melly's mistrial was declared, a report stated Bortland tweeted a mysterious message. The tweet read, "Mind games don't work on people like me," followed by a handshake emoji hinting he may have accepted a deal. If Bortland is tried alongside Melly, prosecutors can use his initial police interrogation from the night of the crime, where he's caught lying to protect Melly.